안녕하세요. Hunt is a 2023 South Korean espionage spy action thriller film directed by Lee Jung-jae of Squid Game, with a screenplay by Lee Jung-jae and Jo Seung-hee, and the film details three major historical events in the 1980s. The May 18th Gwangju democratization movement in 1980, the defection of North Korean pilot Lee Won-pyong in 1983, and the Hong Song terrorist attack of 1983. Now, it's the 1980s when military dictatorship has kind of reached its peak, and the South Korean Agency for National Security, the ANSP, Foreign Unit Chief Park Pyong-ho, played by Lee Jung-jae, who has been working for the agency for 13 years, is a very well, highly respected agent. Now, they're working together in DC along with the domestic unit chief Kim Jong-do, played by Jung Woo-sung, and he also is a former Army Special Forces Lieutenant Colonel. And we do get backstories of the both of them as the movie progresses. The movie is 2 hours and 6 minutes long. Now, there is a threatening life assassination attempt on the president of South Korea in Washington, D.C., and the plot is thwarted out. It is stopped. But then we find out that within the ranks of the South Korean National Security Agency, there's a mole. We don't know who the mole is. And all the while throughout this film, we are trying to figure out who the mole is. Is it Park Pyong-ho or is it Kim Jong-do? Now, the aspect of everything is that there are certain reasons why certain people are doing something. The movie is highly based on how tactics are done, how they threaten lives, the aspect of, interrogation. There are some aspects that are just too crazy to see, but knowing what it is, it's absolutely mind-blowing. The film is directed by Lee Jung-jae, who also stars in the film, and this was released in South Korea August 10th, 2022. Now, I didn't see it up until 2023, this year, July of 2023, on Hulu. The original version and the English dubbed version is on there, so you can check it out. It might be confusing at times with people who don't know the history of the three historical events that happened in the 1980s in South Korea, which had a major turning point for that country. And the aspect of everything is that, what is it? What is the massacre that happened? What is going on? And the Lieutenant Colonel, Kim Jong-do, has a reason for certain things, as does Park Pyong-ho. When everything is uncovered and when you find out who the mole is, you are trying to figure out what the hell just happened, and it's what it is. This movie leaves you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. And sometimes I feel like you have to watch this movie more than once, maybe twice, maybe even 3 times, to understand what's happening, how everything puts together, and what the real aspect is between the North and South Korea. Why did this defection of the North Korean pilot happen? What was the Hong Song terrorist attack and the May 18th Gwangju movement? It's like, what is all of this? What happens? All of that into one story really makes sense. The tension between the two characters, the foreign unit chief and the domestic unit chief, is absolutely great. Lee Jung-jae and Jung Woo-sung really put a dynamic on their acting, and it's great. There are some English dialogue in here as well, especially in the beginning, and the explosions, the action is just wow. Lee Jung-jae shooting a rifle and just doing things, and it's just emotional. The cinematography is great. It captures the close-ups of the emotions so well. It's like, okay. And then you really have to pay attention to what's going on, because sometimes the flashbacks are very quick. There may be like 2 or 3 minutes and then it goes back to the original story. But then within these 2 or 3 minutes, we have the aspect of what's going on in the background of what happened between these two characters. Not only that, we have underlining characters, and we have also the aspect of the supporting characters, where who are they, what are they doing? Why are they helping certain people? Who is the mole and who is the other aspect of what is going on? This is a fun movie from start to finish. It's absolutely great. I love South Korean international films, and this is one of them. This is my top 10 of 2022, and seeing this and Lee Jung-jae make this in his first feature film directorial debut is really, really good, especially after the critical acclaim and worldwide fame he's gotten since Squid Game on Netflix. I want to see him direct more films. I want to see him write more films. I want to see him star in more films. If he doesn't get films in America, he'll do a lot more in South Korea. I mean, it's his time. He's only 50 years old, so he's got a lot of great things coming. And don't be surprised if in the next 10 to 15 years he wins an Oscar for his filmmaking, or maybe even his acting or his writing. I would love to see that happen. He's one of the few, and all is as well as Jung Woo-sung, who have crossed over to the mainstream tremendously, and Lee Jung-jae is leading that force, and it's good to see that happen. And with this movie, it really captures the dynamic of his acting, even his directing. There are some edits that are really questionable at times, even so, but the writing is really, really good. It's great to see how he wrote a screenplay like this, and it's going to be fun. If you haven't seen it, check it out. This is a phenomenal movie from start to finish. I had a blast watching it. I'll probably watch it again just to see and the aspect and get that feeling of what I missed and get more understanding of it. But even the minor characters, pay attention, because they do show up later on in certain scenes. For me, Hunt gets a 5 out of 5 stars. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Hunt. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What do you think about the aspect of Lee Jung-jae's directing, his acting, his writing? How do you think Jung Woo-sung did? Did you predict who the mole was? If not, who did you think it was the entire time? And what would you think was the whole aspect between these two characters' emotions and kind of their rage and fury in this film? And it is explained what Hunt means in this movie. It has a really, really big backstory to it, and it's really fun to see. And also let me know, how do you think this will cross over to the mainstream, and if you've checked it out when it was released. And everyone in South Korea, all my South Korean viewers and followers and subscribers here on YouTube, what do you think Lee Jung-jae will do next? And do you see him making more films with his directing? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked, and let me know what rating you would give Hunt. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new review videos on my channel. I will see you all in the next review video, and thank you so much for tuning in. 감사합니다.